Hey guys, we are back with some more NHL 19. And in this one, we are going to be starting a new GM mode. And the team that I am going to be using is a team that I've been putting off using for some time. And the reason for that being, since a certain player was drafted on this team, I've been avoiding using them because I thought that we're just going to I thought that we were going to finally get better. But no. It's not looking like that. At least not with their current ownership group. Yes, that's right. I'm talking about the Edmonton Oilers. So, again, the reason I've been avoiding using this team was because of McDavid. I thought, because of McDavid, Draisaitl, Nugent Hopkins, I thought they finally all had it together. But no, of course not. Because, why would they? So, we're going into this salary cap on. I already have all the settings, all the usual settings that we have. Injuries on, waivers off. The only thing that's different about this compared to past GM modes, at least for NHL 19, is that the Fog of War, the only thing for Fog of War that is on is, or off rather, so we can't see the individual attributes and we can't see potential. The thing I didn't like about, that I don't like about the Fog of War in NHL 19 is that you don't get the exact role right away. So roles are set to no Fog of War. So we can know the roles of a player exactly as it is, as opposed to having to scout them. So as you can see here as a visual, individual attributes and potential are still off. So the most important information is still off, but overall, player role and player type are on. And other than that, that is the only difference. No technical differences in this GM mode from what we normally have. So here we go, Edmonton. We're finally here. Let's take a look at what we have in the roster. I know Edmonton has some depth issues from what I've heard, from what I've seen as well. So let's see. Forwards, of course, you got McJesus, you got Draisaitl, you got Nuge, and then it drops off. Milan Lucic, the fourth best forward apparently on the Edmonton Oilers. Good old Tobias Reeder, the guy who should have gotten 10 to 12 goals, and the Edmonton Oilers might have made the playoffs, so we'll see. Jujhar Khaira, I believe that is his name, right? Yes, I'm correct. Zach Kassian, Alex Shason, that's it. Jesse Puljujarvi, Kyle Brodziak, Sam Gagner, Ty Ratty, Colby Cave, Brad Malone. Yeah. Other than the top three centers, not a whole lot going for you here. Defensively, Oscar Klefbom, Darnell Nurse, Adam Larson, my boy, Andre Sekera, Alex Petrovich, Matt Benning, Kevin Gravel, and in goal, you have the $4.5 million man, I believe it is, in Mikko Koskinen, and Anthony Stolarz, the New Jersey native. So, yeah, kind of got some depth issues on this team. You need a stud defenseman. You need a lot on this team. In the minors, we have Kyler Yamamoto. He might help us with our depth issues. Come up to provide some scoring in a couple of years. Mitch Callahan, Patrick Russell, Cooper Marody, Joseph Gambardella. Yeah, there you go. That looked harder than it actually was. Tyler Vessel, Josh Curry, Tyler Benson, Cameron Hebig. Wait, I remember that name, Hebig. He was, didn't we have him with, oh goodness, wasn't that all the way back in Carolina? That was I'm pretty sure that we had Cameron Hebig all the way back in Carolina. Our second full GM mode ever on the channel. Oh goodness, that's a throwback. Nolan Veazey, Kirill Maximov, Ostap Safin, and that is it. Forwards in the AHL. Defenseman, Chris Russell, Brandon Manning, Caleb Jones, Ethan Bear, Evan Bouchard, of course. So, got some promise there. Ryan Stanton, Keegan Lowe, Joel Person, Ryan Mantha, William Lageson, Robin Norrell, Dmitry Samurukov. There you go. As close as I'm getting. Goaltenders Al Montoya apparently down here. Stuart Skinner and Dylan Wells. So you got Skinner, the medium starter goaltender. In terms of potential anyway, you got Evan Bouchard, Ethan Bear. Caleb Jones could turn out to be something. Other than that, not a whole lot. At least of guys who are currently signed. You got Kyler Yamamoto. Maybe Marody will be something decent. Like maybe a 79, 80 overall, good depth player. Gambardella, nope. Well, actually, Benson might be something, but those low top sixes don't usually pan out for me. Cameron Hebig probably won't be much in this one. Nope. Well, yeah, medium top 9. Maximov, Safin, medium top 9. No elite prospects other than who's already in the NHL and Puljujärvi. And then, of course, you got, McDavid, Draisaitl, Nuge. Yeah, you got some work to do with this team. You got some work to do. So, obviously, we're going to take a look at the captains, and that'd be McDavid, Nuge. You know what? Draisaitl deserves an A. I'm sorry, Lucic. But I'm pretty sure Edmonton fans would agree with me that Draisaitl deserves an alternate captain. So, now, we will check out the draft class. I'd imagine it's just the usual year one draft. Of course, you don't have Jack Hughes or any of the American prospects. Cole Caulfield, I know, is one of them. He's a good one. But here, you have Dmitry Svaitov, who is a left winger. We don't know anything on these guys yet, so we're going to have to uncover them throughout the year. Hunter Stoner, defenseman. That might be someone who we want to target if we plan on losing for Stoner. I was about to go for lose for Hughes, but that doesn't make sense here in this situation. So, yeah, Stoner could be a good one. Byram, I know, is good. I've had him before. He grows pretty quickly. Capo Caco, obviously. Brady Delmore. Jerry Teal. Philip Broberg could be a good steal if we drop to number 7. Which, I mean, Edmonton fans, I'm pretty sure they're sick and tired of tanking. And I don't think we're going to tank here. Because we have the pieces, at least at forward, to build around. But it's just that stud defenseman that I'm kind of worried about. And if we don't pick in the top 7, then I'm not sure how we're going to get that. Unless we can come across one in free agency, But for right now, we're not going to focus on tanking. We're going to focus on building the Edmonton Oilers up finally, because, it just feels like so long. I mean, I know they were in the playoffs a couple of years ago, but, that's not really enough for Edmonton fans now, is it? It's not great. Not great at all. So as we take a look at free agency, you got Mike Camilleri, you got Benoit Pouliot, who I believe used to be an Edmonton Oiler, Joe Colburn, Matthias. Nothing that really interests me here in free agency. We'll take a look at defensemen quickly, but yeah, nothing really. I mean, we do have a depth issue at forward, because we do have the 74 overall Kobe Cave in there. So maybe you want to sign someone like Camilleri to help out. Again, if we're trying to win this season, you guys let me know. I'll leave it up to the Edmonton Oilers fans. Should we tank one more year for a top defensive prospect such as Broberg or Hunter Stoner, I think his name was, or Bowen Byram? You guys let me know on that. So we're not making any trades or free agent signings in this video. We're not going to simulate any until we hear out the fans of the Edmonton Oilers. But of course, you have Cave and Malone here, who, again, if we're winning, if we want to create a winning team, year number one, might be good to replace with someone like Chiarelli out of free agency. So next thing I want to do is just check the scouting team that we have just to make sure that it's good, and no, it is not. Oh my goodness. It is definitely not. So we're going to go to the higher scout screen here and see what we can find. Actually, you know what? We'll just fire all these D guys because we're not going to use them at all. And even if they are used, then they'll probably give us some inaccurate reports. So we're just going to fire all of them straight away. And no point in keeping them. We might keep a couple of these C-minuses here just because it's year number one and I don't know how many scouts are available. But we'll check that right now. So now if we take a look at the bottom of the screen, we have no AHL scouts. We have one NHL scout, one dub, one O, one Q. So we're good for the CHL. No USA scouts. One Europe scout, one Russia, two Scandinavian. So we obviously need a couple NHL scouts here. We'll get Roger Buckley. Alright, so we've done all we need to do with the scouts. I cut around a little bit there, just so I didn't bore you guys. But now we're going to take a look at the trading block, because obviously if we're going to win, then we're going to need to take a look at, see who is available, see who's a realistic acquisition for the Edmonton Oilers. So Anaheim, they want to trade draft picks. We're looking for players here. Goligoski and Picard for Arizona. Halak for Boston. Actually, you know what we'll do instead of this? We'll just take a look at the proposed trade screen. That way we can take a look at how much value we have in the system as well. So as we go to matching block. So Sam Steele is on the block. Daniel Sprong. I'm not sure why Anaheim is looking to trade away their young players. It's a bit odd to me. I guess in this universe they're not rebuilding. That's kind of iffy though. Arizona, Goligoski. Boston, no one I'm really interested in here. I mean, you got Frederick, you got Zaboral, Vakanainen, Senyshyn. But none of those guys have an exact potential other than Senyshyn. So maybe you go after Senyshyn if you're looking for prospects. But then again, I'd rather just draft, Frolik, Neal, Michael Stone. Who was that? Derek Ryan? Yeah, Derek Ryan. Lazar, Bennett, Stahl, Williams. Maybe if you're looking for a veteran center to go on the fourth line, you can put Stahl. So then you have McDavid, Nuge, McDavid, Draisaitl, Nuge, and Stahl. Or you could put Draisaitl with McDavid, Nuge on the second line, and then Stahl on the third line. That's a possibility. But he does have that $6 million in cap for the next 5 years, so I'm not sure if I want to do that. If we did something like that, I would want to retain cap, and in order to do that, we would need to give up more value than Stahl is actually worth. Chicago, nothing. Colorado, Cout, I guess. Columbus, nothing. Dallas, nothing. Detroit, nothing. I mean, Erickson, but we already have enough problems on defense. You got Yandel here of Florida, Hoffman, LA, Carter, Martinez, Brown, Minnesota, no one really. Montreal, no one. Nashville, no one. New Jersey, Andy Green, nope. He's still got 2 years left on his contract, right? Yeah. Don't think I'm interested in that. New York Islanders, the Islanders maybe. They got Bailey, Eberle, Lee. So if you need you definitely need more wingers. So maybe Eberle, get him back to the Edmonton Oilers, or even if you don't want to go Eberle, maybe go Lee or Bailey. Rangers, no one. Senators, Gabrick, no, thank you. Flyers, no. No one really. Pittsburgh, no one. San Jose, you got Jeremy Waugh. So if you need a defensive prospect, but then again, you got Evan Bouchard who fills that role. What we really need is an elite defensive prospect, not someone like Jeremy Waugh. Kyrou, Blaise, and Bach. Tampa Bay, Katchuk, Radish, Foot. Foot doesn't have that much value in this game, it appears. So, I mean, in NHL 18, yeah, that'd be a great acquisition, but not right now, it appears. So, Liljegren. Liljegren is on the block for the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's a 75 overall. And he's got a lot of trade value, so you have to think that's a medium elite. And Nick Patan, Timoshev, Bracco. All right, so maybe Liljegren. But then again, that's a lot of value. So if we're getting Liljegren, I would have to say that at least a first-round pick's going back the other way. Definitely more, though. But that's just the first-round pick's the starting point. So Vegas, you got Cody Glass available. We have a lot of centers already, though. Maybe you play him at wing if you got him. Washington, not really too many guys. You got Lucas Johansson. You got Alexander Alexiev. No one after that. Winnipeg. Vesalainen is on the block. Christian Vesalainen gets really good. Christian Vesalainen is on the block. So maybe Vesalainen as well. You never know. So let's see what we have in terms of what we have to trade. So McDavid, obviously not. Nope. Probably not Clefbaum either. Nurse, I would say no. But, I mean, Edmonton fans, go nuts in the comments. Let me know. Adam Larson, Sekera. Maybe Sekera is someone who we consider trading. Petrovich, Benning, Lucic, Reeder. And these are all guys on the block. Kara, Russell, Cassian, or not on the block in terms of on our block, but matching the other team's block. So we may as well just take a look at forwards here first. Lucic, Reeder, yeah, not a whole lot of value other than maybe Puljujärvi. If Puljujärvi doesn't pan out, we could always trade him, flip him for something, but I feel like trading Puljujärvi for someone like Vesalainen would be kind of pointless, because Puljujärvi is already further along in his development than Vesalainen is. Brodziak, Gagne, Brady, Cave, not a whole lot of value here. You got Yamamoto, who I want to hold on to. Ryan McLeod, who's got that low top 6. Not a whole lot of quality forward prospects other than who we already have in the NHL. Clefbaum, Nurse, Larson, Sekera, Petrovich, Benning, Russell, Gravel, Manning, Jones, Bear, Bouchard. I mean, he's nice, but you really need that elite defensive prospect here in Edmonton. And in terms of goaltenders, Koskinen, who, of course, is extended to $4.5 million for the next 3 years after this. Montoya, Stolarz, Skinner. So maybe you want to trade Koskinen just to get that 4.5 off, especially considering that he's got that fringe starter as a 30-year-old. Yeah, you might want to consider trading Koskinen at least by next year or definitely by the year after. And then in terms of draft picks, what do we have here? We have our own first-round pick, our own second, the Islanders' third, no fifth-round pick. That's all right. We have 6 picks for this draft, and 1 through 7 for the 2020 draft. Oh boy. So yeah, we got our work cut out for us. So there you go. Episode 1 of the Oilers franchise. And we're now underway here at Edmonton. But you guys got to let me know. Edmonton fans, let me know, what should the direction of this team be in year number 1? As I know, as I said earlier, you guys are tired of rebuilding. I get it. 10 out of, 11 years now, haven't made the playoffs, including this year, in the real NHL. So you guys let me know. What should we do? Should we do one more year of being a rebuilder? Or should we go for it this year? And before we end it off, I, as a Devils fan, am obligated to do this. Come on, Ray. You gotta... That'll be it for episode 1 of the Edmonton Oilers GM Mode. See you guys in the next one.